Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Count Christo and this is The Path to Modernity, our glorious French campaign in 3.0, but there is a difference. As you will know, if you follow the videos that I upload, I developed two submods for MEIOU and taxes. Firstly, the ages of MEIOU and taxes. We now have the ages from vanilla, which are fun, but I've changed the requirements and I've changed the bonuses they give you. So that's fun. We'll look more at those in a minute. But we've also got Hegemonies. So, Hegemonies, I guess. So if we can get 1 million men under arms, or 500 ships, or 1,000 income per month, we can get other bonuses, which is fun. Check out my submods. My Steam account, I think, is linked on my About section on YouTube, and then from there you can get to my workshop items. Or you could just search for Ages of M and T with an ampersand, and you'll see it. But yes, I'm honestly pretty proud of this. It integrates quite nicely into the UI, though I say so myself. And yeah, we could also put the button down here. I think that's another place it would kind of fit, but I like it here. So is there anything we should do in order to try and accomplish some of these goals? Obviously, Discover America is one. Humiliate a rival in a peace treaty. I think that is something that we should do right away to get this extra splendor. The other good thing about this, of course, is that completing objectives gives you power projection, although it isn't currently. Maybe it'll do it on the end of the month. Tick. And what are we going to want? I have tweaked some of these, so there are no state edicts, so this just gives you flat -2 national unrest. I think aggressive expansion impact is pretty good. Transfer subject is also important. War taxes are not so good because they increase monthly war exhaustion and corruption. So we're probably not that interested in that. Don't care about that. Right, this is no longer +1 development, obviously, so it's settler chances. This could be good. Guns of War. So these, I hate the idea that any bonuses are specific to nations, so I have removed the nation-specific one, but I've also nerfed them. It's 15 down from 33. But still, Guns of War could be good. And that's probably it for now. Maybe global settler growth once we actually get going and all that. So let's seek out a rival to humiliate. Milan, you are instantly at the top of my list. Currently in a coalition against me. Not a very scary coalition, though. Just you and Austria. I would like to be able to separate peace, Austria, but I mean, this seems like a pretty winnable war to me, especially if Hungary would come help. Which they will in a year. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a humiliation war goal on Milan. We're going to do high looting. We're going to burn down Milan. We're going to burn down Austria. Sweet. That seems perfect. Castile won't join because it's distant war, but that's okay. Okay, good. We are behind on tech. Never mind, they all left the coalition, so we could just do it now. Ah, no, because they're in the HRE, so Austria will still join. Fair enough. So I would still like Hungary to distract Austria. There's a core expansion of serfdom has expired. I am so tempted, as always, to do it again immediately. And I am going to. We need the noble loyalty, okay? Look, I know we're behind on tech. We're badly behind on tech. But it's important, okay? The military tech behind... Two mil techs behind Milan when we're thinking about fighting them is obviously troublesome, but we have a big manpower advantage. Autonomy-wise, it is beginning to lower in this region. I would love to call these provinces, but I know we can't just yet. Barawa, can we... Oh, hang on, you're rebellious? No, that's just if they were rebellious. You're a feudatory. Okay, so we can't annex you anytime soon. Cool. What else should we be doing? Well, our next idea group is going to be naval, I believe. Is there anything else we need? Anything else I should be focusing on right now? Any other objectives we can go for? Present on 2 continents. How could I get to war with someone down here? Someone off in the south. Not easily. How about Mamluks? Who I'd like to? Yeah, I don't really know how I'm going to get on present on a second continent in a kind of doable way. But we'll see. Wales exists, of course. I remember. Let's improve relations with them a bit. You guys don't start integrating until you're actually vassals, do you? As appendages, I don't think they do any integration progress. Is my stability trending up or down? Up, and quite fast too. Okay. Good to know. Alright, we have tax reliefs on. As you, in case you can't tell, it's the beginning of a new session. Could demote the greater nobility, ruin all that progress we've been making, but not quite yet. There goes our tax relief. Okay, good. I would rather be making the money, honestly. We're saving up for that local capital down here, trying to help the autonomy in the south of the realm. Because if we look around, it's likely that, yeah, there's only very minimal taxes around here. Just a tiny bit of noble dues in the region. But, yeah, nothing really beyond that. Whereas if we could get the autonomy down, obviously, that'll help. Full grain provisions. Guess what? Oh, I misclicked. Guess what? Do it again. But we also just gave them the tax break again by mistake. Whoops-a-daisy. Could align the thing and lose that stability again, now that we've already spent it. I would like the extra state reach, you know. What is causing the yearly loss of state reach? Does state reach show up in here? Almost certainly not, right? Because it's a province modifier. Yeah. And you can't see what affects the changes in state reach in this tooltip, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, doesn't even show that it is changing. Shame. Shame that. I don't think we align the... I mean, getting a level 3, you know what? That might clinch it. Getting a level 3 advisor is pretty nice. Obviously, the bureaucratic corruption is not, but... How are the other factions feeling about me? They love me. Let's do it. We lose one stability, but we get a level 3 advisor. Here he is. Production efficiency and commerce. I mean, I'm reluctant to get rid of the stability increase interval, obviously, but still. Pretty nice. How is our stability increase interval? Plus 11, that's fine. At 1 stability, I'm kind of okay with that. And here comes the January tick. Yeah, that statesman is a nice pickup, honestly. Not statesman. Just the fact that he's level 3. So there are no level 4 and 5 advisors. And the only way you can get level 3 advisors is by event. Like that one. I believe. Right, our military power, we are overspending. Let's cut that. Cut it by 5. So we're at 53,000. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, sorry, I increased it. Cut it by 5 twice. Delegate. We don't need to be overspending like that. Right now, it's just not necessary. The war with them is coming up next year. Should we do the war with Naples first or the war with Milan first? I think Naples, because hopefully by the time that's ended, yeah, there goes the stability, we'll have late medieval tactics unlocked. Should be good. Savoy is claiming my land as their own. Yeah, whatever you say, Savoy. You keep dreaming, buddy boy. Anything else I can give the nobles? No. So we could go up another level here, which would obviously displease the nobles. But yeah, there really isn't that much benefit. You get 25% more revenue tax from them, and they get a bit less power. But that's the only positive. 25% more revenue from the nobles. To put that in perspective, my income from the nobles is only one... It's practically 10% of my income. It's like 16 or 17% of my income. My revenue, sorry, not my income. That's really not worth it. For all the downsides that has at the moment. Seems like a very bad idea. How's commercialism? 69%. Perfect. How's that trade deficit coming? Still doing stonks on knowledge, but yeah. Luxury still needs time to grow. How is that new industry doing? Luxury cloth. Not making as much money as I would have hoped, but obviously it needs to get more skill. Armaments, meanwhile, in the capital, continuing to absolutely print money. Phenomenal. How are my dies? 180%. Soon to increase. Because we have, obviously, our extra irrigation going up there. Are my roads done? Not quite. Hey, well advised. How appropriate. Possible advisors and idea cost down. Still building these roads. You getting there, at least? Yeah, 9 and 10 left. We are doing it quite slowly. So, to be expected that that's going to take a little while. Okay. Where did my money just go? Oh, I guess it just did a investment thing. Bureaucratic instability. The fight against corruption is over. Which means we should do that again, probably. We could also throw another grand celebration. It's 400 ducats. Oh, you know what? I should find out if you can cheese this. I bet you can. I bet if you lower... Let's not do it. But I bet if you change your delegation tax code so you spend no monarch points on it, your income would suddenly tank, which means you'd be able to do this for much less money. That would be funny. But we're not going to do that, because that would be a bit too cheesy for this campaign. Yeah, aligning the bureaucracy really did peeve the other estates quite a lot. That was like, wow, hang on, that's crazy. Oh, crap. It moved the resting points by like 30 each. Holy heck. That's real bad. Okay, good to know. Well, resting points trend back towards the top anyway. And, you know, the state reach we're going to get from it is going to be nice. But that is that's a little painful. My share of the academic has gone down. Succession of Louis the Great. Hungary and Poland's paths will stay strong together as their choice of action. Well, I'm happy that we're allied to Hungary. And if we could just have him die and get... Oh, hang on. It happened. Yes! Save before it crashes. Not that it has crashed yet. That's something I should point out, actually. 3.0 never crashed. Pretty cool, huh? Look at it. De Valois. Glory of De Valois. That's pretty good. I'm screenshotting that. Heck yeah, buddy. Oh, I am very pleased with that. So if they died right now... What? A noble would have succeeded the throne? Where's my personal union? Well, we could claim throne, right? Holy crap. We could claim throne if we just had more prestige than them. They have 42 prestige. I have none. So it's going to take a little while, but... Still. The Game of Thrones is going well for us. Alright, it's been a year, which means we should be able to declare our Neapolitan War this year. Do some more looting with our glorious manpower, which really does seem to be in quite a surplus so far. Haven't had any manpower problems at all. Oh, it just tanked though by 5,000 because yeah, that new taxation regimen just kicked in. Bureaucracy ideas minus 0.1 yearly corruption. Nice. So corruption now, it's still directly linear. So 0.1 yearly corruption down is the same as -1 corruption. Okay, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Maximum centralization is not so relevant. Especially because I've been doing noble concessions all the freaking time. Our heir is now an entrepreneur. Nice. And he's got good stats too. Savoy declared war on Geneva. How could they? No attractions from Savoy. You don't like me, so no. Ah, yes. Maybe I shouldn't spend the money on this because I will need the money for commercialism in not very long. But we could always just tone down the auto-investor if we really needed the money. And we are making... Whoa! 23 ducats a month. When did it get that high? I did not realize how much higher our income was getting. So this is something I've been considering. Maybe we should root out corruption. Because minus 7.5... That's... Hang on. Currently replaced reduced corruption. No, okay. By 0.5. So that's 5 less corruption. 5 less corruption is 2.5 better monarch points on everything. That's not worth it. I think I'll take the money and we'll just keep having our economy ball out of control. Yeah. Right, let's go... Well, should we humiliate a rival first, or should we declare war on Naples first? The thinking about humiliating the rival first is we need more time for the aggressive expansion to burn off before I can take this province off Naples. And secondly, I want to get the Splendor sooner. And thirdly, we might lose the rival. Like, Milan might cease to be a valid rival at any moment, because we're obviously much stronger than Milan. Bureaucratic expansion has expired. Do it again. And, yeah, we are hurting on stability. So we may need to lavishly endow the church, maybe? Let's do that. Get them up to 94 loyalty. That will help with local corruption as well. But yes, let's move our men into position for a war against Milan. Which actually, let's attack from the north. So that we can take the land off Austria first. Good stuff. There's no new free policies that we've unlocked or anything, are there? That I want to enact? No. Those should be fine. And then troops-wise, we're looking at 16,000 from Milan. That's a lot. Don't get me wrong. And then 12,000 from Austria. It's a lot, but we have a bunch of vassals that are going to come help us. And Flanders, you got 23 favors, so I will call you in. Good stuff. It's not necessarily going to be the easiest war in the world, but it is going to be good, I think. What is your situation with them? Royal marriage. Okay. And we should have blocked the Iberian wedding by getting their dynasty to switch. Influential bureaucrats has expired. It's a shame. It was going up with that. And I don't think we can do that again. Because, yeah, we'll anger the other factions. Although, actually, hang on. Wasn't that going to allow us to do something? It was, wasn't it? We were going to be able to do... Oh, hang on. I can do this now. Wait a minute. Why isn't it showing up as white? Shouldn't this change from grey to white? Less provincial corruption, less state loyalty, but only 5 less. And 10 less relations. I should do this. Although it's going to put us negative stability. So maybe I shouldn't. Does this count as reforming when you're in low stability? I don't know. Wasn't there another one? Yeah, was it this one I wanted to do? Yeah. 10% less elite power from autonomy. Is this one more provincial corruption? No, I think I'd rather do this one. I'm going to save in case, because it should tell me on that screen if it's going to hurt me because I'm at low stability, but I'm kind of okay with being at -1 stability for a bit. Yeah, that doesn't really bother me, honestly. Ban the sale of offices. The practice of selling offices through the realm is forbidden under penalty of law, leaving employment through hire as the only path to political service. 20% more administration cost. What is our administration cost right now? That's wages. It's only 7 ducats a year. It's fine. Ban it. Don't think that worked. So why did that not work? Let's wait till the end of the month. If we look at review the bureaucracy, should we have the stuff for this? Yeah, all of the following. Oh, hang on. Bureaucratic pact. What does that mean? Maybe that's promoting the bureaucracy, which we had until this month, which is why it's showing up as positive. We'll see at the end of the month. No. But I can click these buttons. That's odd. I'm going to ask the devs. Well, I'm not sure about that one. We could instead do literacy tests. Oh, hang on. Do we not have the monarch points for it? Never mind. That's why. Let me just delete my question. So the devs don't think I'm a dumb. You need 200 admin points to do this. That's why we can't do it. So maybe we don't want to do any of these just because we want the admin points just now. Because I need the centralization reach one. Yeah, let's not reform for a minute. Let's not reform because I want the government by government one. Admin efficiency from it's nice. The increase of state reach of interaction is nice. Yeah. We'll hold off. We will focus on warring instead. I will save the money though. Both in case we decide to reform and therefore need it for that, and in case we want to spend it on embracing commercialism. I expect we want to spread it. We want to let it spread to a few provinces around Paris before we embrace it, but we'll see. The other thing that's worth noting, I think I put in the second era, you have 8 merchants, so we're close to that one. And then a mighty city requires 100 urban development. We've got a long way to go before we can get up to that. All right, Milan. Time for you to go. 47,000 manpower. I think it's going to be enough with the help of Austria, Bohemia, and Flanders. Declare. And take the general in with you. We're going to be, conservative though. I'm going to keep my men very close together. And actually, I will try and directly command my subject troops. Yeah, we're going to see huge troops pouring in here. We're going to go with severe looting. And yeah, Austria rejoins Aragon immediately rejoined the coalition, of course. But that's fine because the two big players who I was worried about joining can't. Develop the Sorbonne. Oh, hey! What's this? Paris, owned by France, have amenities, and total knowledge produced. Nice. Total knowledge produced at least 100. Nice. So our knowledge industries have been continuing to grow. Sweet. What does that give us? Rise of the capital. Local material cost for projects, -5% for 100 years. Wow. That's cool. So if we want to upgrade anything here, it's going to be cheaper. For 100 years. Crazy. I wonder if that also applies to upkeep. Probably not. If I had to guess. Okay. Men are pouring in, so let's split the army. So we don't take too much attrition. And I may send some of it south. I know I just said we'll probably keep the army together. Do we mind if the king dies? Yes, the area's good, but he's not quite as good. Split the army again. There goes Geneva. Farewell, Geneva. Get everyone attached up. Excuse me. Hello, attach. There we go. Good. And it looks like Flanders is dealing with the threats to the south. Nice. I will send one of my 4 regiments down to assist. And yes, the pillaging of Austria, I won't get to be the one that does it, but it will still happen, which is still good for the long term of us wanting to damage our future threat. Let's get people down and begin the sieges of Lombardy, since Austria is clearly under control in the east. Excellent. Well, this is going well. Oh, I didn't realise your nose in it as well. Well, by all means, I'll burn you down too. I should probably spy on Milan to help this war along. We don't need to be improving with them anymore. Right, yes, I forgot. We actually vassalized Scotland, didn't we? Forgot about that. Ooh, hello. Austria's men are here. Oh, excellent. And Anjou decides to turn around just at the wrong moment, but they're at low morale, so should still be able to take them out, even if we won't get the stack wipe we might otherwise have gotten. Good stuff. And there's Sundgau. Let's grab the other northern Austrian province while we're here. Let's unattach them, reattach them maybe. Yeah, there we go. Get the siege of Liguria going, because that's going to be quite a long one. Wow. This is why you don't rival me. We should get a decent amount of loot in this war, I suspect. Let's start being abstemious and sensible with our sieges. I don't think any of our subjects have cannon yet. So I want to make sure we've got one in each of these siege stacks. Yeah, I was talking about being conscientious with keeping my men together. I really... doesn't look like that's going to be very necessary, does it? These two down here, it's just level 1-4, isn't it? Yeah. We can hang out in Piedmont. We're, of course, at war with the Emperor, so we get full military access wherever we want it. Marvellous. Look at all these little guys running around. It's the Bohemians, or rather the Silesians, or whatever you'd call them. They're East Bohemians to me. And the only person getting sieged down is Croatia, about whom, of course, no one cares. No offense to my Croatian viewers. I mean, in the context of the war. Okay. Yes, my noble allies, or whoever you are, you can all have military access, that's fine. Anjou reverts to the crown. Let's go. That's the strongest of our subjects, with the most urbanization. Anjou is property of the crown. It will stay that way. Excellent. Let's improve relations with them. That puts us 1 out of 2 towards having 2 junior partners, which would obviously be good for our splendor creation as well as our power protection, which, by the way, note, now over 50, now that we've declared war on Milan. And yes, indeed, we are getting 6 from age objectives fulfilled. Excellent. So what kind of peace deal are we going to do here? It's going to depend on how much money they have at the end of the war. Whether we do show strength for the monarch points or humiliate and take a bunch of money. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because we're about to get commercialism. Oh well. Probably still a good idea. Yes, this war's going well, but we don't want to just throw things away because of wanting to save a few monarch points. Let's spread out a bit though. I would like to these rate of sieges in the north here to continue to accelerate. Although, I mean, the Milanese, they are running around, but they seem to be going up to the east to loot Poland or Danzig or something, so I don't think we need to worry about it. Don't attach to my reservists. That's not necessary. Another idea in no time flat. Nice. Lower monthly clan power and maximum centralization. The only idea in that group that is, as of right now, totally useless. For us, I mean, not in general. Not just dissing the idea. You guys don't need any of these reinforcements anymore. So let's just take a bit less attrition. I am against taking attrition for the sake of it. And yeah, now we're gaining monarch points at quite a rate. 14 a month. And there is 0% overextension. It's all coming up, Francia. No fighting me, Austria. Fighting me is very bad for your health. They are going to take the fight. That's unfortunate, because it's also bad for my health. But we have reinforcements on scene, and the narrowness of the province means that they're not able to bring their numbers to bear quickly enough. Boom. Glad we got that tech up. That could have been a problem, but as it is, no worries. Sent them packing. Grain relief is done. Whoops, not that one. Let's have that back, but not the tax relief this time. I'm really looking forward to global empire, like to trying to influence foreign trade and things like that in this campaign. It's going to be good fun. Hey, Pope Man, I am a great and pious ruler. Please beatify a local saint. Let's get some more sieges going to accelerate things. Something I'm not sure of in MNT. Are Cav more expensive? So ask the devs. Are Cav more expensive? I suspect no, actually. I will ask the devs so that we can get a more conclusive answer than I suspect. Get more sieges going, more loot, and all that good stuff. I wonder how much commercialism is going to cost us. How well is the freaking game running, by the way? I love it. I love it so much. Someone asked in the comments what I'm using to run the mod so well. This is a Ryzen 5800X, I believe it's called, which is the new CPU I bought myself to run the mod. And that's basically the only reason I bought it. But I am enjoying it so far. I don't know if I just, got lucky on the silicone lottery, as they say, but so far it seems to be going pretty well. I swear we had more than 15 15 admin power before that event allegedly only took 15 and a bit, but I thought we had 17. I would have sworn we had 17 a second ago, but oh well. Spread out the cannon, keep these sieges going at the best rate we can. That's something I'm interested in. So our allies have won sieges. Presumably that doesn't give us loot. We have got some loot already. Ah, right, from Sundgau. Fair enough. Can I change the shortcut key for this? Why can't control be used as a shortcut? Bah, humbug. What I'd like is a macro. I'm sure I could program this, but a macro that hit this button and then open the estate screen. What I'd actually like is a macro that hit this button, opened the estate screen, opened commoner interactions, and then gave a grain distribution. That would be fun. I wonder if I could code that. I bet I could. You'd have to know that the grain provision was currently available, but I bet I could code that. I'm no coder, but I've been getting into trying to learn how to do a few more things recently, like the some of the sub modding which I've been doing, which I know is it's very simple in the world of coding, but maybe I should try and learn to use auto hotkey, which is something that you can use to kind of set up macros basically. Let's try and take a bit less attrition here. Though our manpower did just skyrocket for some reason. Why the heck did my manpower just go up by 10,000? The nobles are just as happy with me as they were before. That's confusing. Don't understand that at all. Really need that that window that tells you why your where the sources of your manpower, what the sources of your manpower are, rather. Because as it is, it's a little confusing sometimes. What the heck is causing big swings like that? Oh, look at this. They went in against the odds, but Hungary coming in the clutch gets sent packing. Nice. Oh, hello. That seems like an ill-advised attack. It is mountains, which means that my numbers aren't really telling. But we're still going to pull it out, right? Yeah, we got some reinforcements. Thank you, Hungary. Nice. I'm also considering starting a second contemporaneous campaign, running two at the same time, which is something I haven't done for a while. The Fall of Pavia, loot them. But I think we should just do it the same way as I've always done it. Or not I've always done it, the way I've started doing it recently. Because when I stopped doing as much recording as I used to way back in the day, what I've done is I've moved to kind of this whole releasing 2 episodes a week thing. And it's worked really well, because it's meant like I haven't felt... Fall of Milan. Loot them. How many are we up to now? Oh, baby. 2,700 ducats in loot already. And we're just getting started. What was I saying? Yeah, so it means I'm not kind of under pressure to record. So I didn't record any episodes of the Ottoman campaign for a kind of... What was it? Like 2-month stretch or something. And I still had consistent content coming out. And I really like the idea of content being consistent, like, you know, there's going to be a Christo episode on Mondays and Fridays and that kind of thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep recording the French campaign. But then if I record like a whole 100-episode French campaign, which we may or may not do, I don't know how long this campaign's going to go. Happy 2022, by the way. I'm recording this in... it's November of 2021 right now. But if I record like a whole 100-episode campaign, we might switch it up and actually do another contemporaneous one that I'll release, you know, parallel to the France campaign. We'll see. You're not allowed to loot my land. I loot your land. You don't loot my land. That's something we could invest in. A bigger fort wall to defend us against the, you know, the dangerous radicals of the East who dare to loot my provinces, or at least try. I'm looking forward to burning down Genoa. You know there's a bunch more money in there. How much property you got, Genoa? 540? Not the long. Fall of Innsbruck. Loot them. Tell them to give me that gold. Fall of San-Na. Loot them. Really should automatically loot if you're on harsh looting policy. In my not so humble and objectively correct opinion. You guys are not needed. Come help out with the loot of Trent. Oh, sorry. When I say loot, I meant siege. Who knows whether we'll decide to loot them at the end. Who knows? Could go either way. I don't think we want to advance yet. So these guys can fall back. Or actually, you're sieging level 1, aren't you? Yeah. Good, which means, actually, if we merge you and then do this, we can get this one of, let's just call it Gretchen, going. Savoy is seizing the opportunity to blob out a little bit. Of course, I'm fine with that. Alencon Pretender Rebels. We can deal with that. We're fine with Savoy blobbing out because we're going to PU them. So, Sublob S my blob. I don't know. Sukasa et Mikasa et Ukasa or Sukasa? I don't know. I don't even know what language that is. Is that Spanish? I'm pretty sure it's Spanish. Anyway, on the happy note of 3,565, sorry, and 36 ducats of loot so far, and many more to be had, I'm going to call it a part here. Thank you ever so very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you again in the next episode for the fall of the rest of Milan and the glorious return home of all of that sexy, sexy loot. See you next time. Bye-bye.